Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear, high as necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better, Voltron, transform to DX Don, Mega, and Unseen. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device, and the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to your latest and greatest, your one-stop shop of all your entertainment news. This is Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you, everybody, on this Sunday, June the 5th. Tonight, it's Season 12, Episode 9, and tonight's show title is called The Nice Neighbors Popstar Apocalypse. Oh yeah, it's a monster mashup as we do it old school style. Breaking down all the latest news, talking all the latest movie reviews. You know how we do it here. We're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons Radio Studios, actually on my proper night. I haven't recorded on a Sunday night in quite some time. And that, of course, is the original Am I on the Air night. You hear it in the theme song. Sunday nights, baby. And it's been crazy. Life has been crazy, really busy, and so it's been a little bit. It's been about 3 weeks since our last episode, which was Civil Air, and I thank everybody for listening to that and spreading some love. There was a lot of news on there. That was definitely the episode for all you guys that are really into TV, because we talked a lot about cancellations, renewals, new stuff coming, and so hopefully you guys got the news and the word about your favorite television shows, whether they're coming or going. So that was a great big episode right there. And now we're back, and I got 4 movie reviews for you guys. Yep, 4. And then on top of that, of course, all the news in the past 3 weeks. Definitely in some quick shout-out stuff. Go check out the last episode of Welcome to Banshee. Remember, I've been doing this side project since January now, and all about the TV show Banshee. Now, if you're a fan of the TV show, you know that about 2 weeks ago, Banshee aired its final episode. They did their 4th and final season, and they had the series finale. It was a really good episode. We did our review of the episode a couple weeks ago, right after it aired. But we decided to do one more episode of Welcome to Banshee, and me and my boy Lynx, we recorded it last night. The episode is titled Leaving Banshee, and basically we talked about Season 4 in general, kind of what we liked, what we didn't like, a big, review of the 4th season of Banshee, and kind of gave us an opportunity again to say goodbye to all the fans that came on board for that show. The cool thing about it is we've now taken on some new fans for our individual shows. That are coming here and now listening to Am I on the Air every time I put out a new episode, because they found Welcome to Banshee and they wanted to hear what else is Don Mega up to. Well, this is his bread and butter, is this show right here, Am I on the Air, and I thank you. If you're coming on over from Welcome to Banshee, I thank you very much for coming on over for the ride. And I want to thank Lynx once again for really January, February, March, April, May, in June even of us, banging out these Welcome to Banshee podcasts. It was a lot of fun talking that show from season 1 all the way to season 4. So definitely check it out. If you're a fan of Banshee, make sure you listen to the show and support. You can follow on Twitter at welcome2Banshee. And of course on reddragonsradio.com to listen to the episodes. But check out that last episode, Leaving Banshee, as we say goodnight for the final time on our Banshee podcast. For those of you wondering where the latest episode of Red Dragons Assemble is, I am right there with you, wondering what the hell's going on. Once again, it's just been hella busy, and getting me and Geeky Pat and Peeps together at the same time to do an episode is getting harder to do on a monthly basis. So I apologize, because we basically went the whole month of May without dropping that new Red Dragons Assemble episode, so hopefully we'll be able to bang one out here real soon, now that we're in June, and get that going for you guys. So thanks for your patience once again on Red Dragons Assemble. We'll hopefully try to figure that out in the next upcoming week or so. Other than that, definitely, of course, go to Red Dragons Radio and check out all the great programming over there. Shout out to Geeky Pat, my boy Geeky Pat. He's been killing it on This Week with the Geek. He's trying to do the show on a daily basis. So as I sit here telling you how hard it is to do a show on a weekly basis, he's decided to go daily. So he's been putting out a ton of content lately. So head on over to reddragonsradio.com and check out This Week with the Geek and see all the stuff that he's been dropping. Lots of cool topics over there. So and of course, tons of other stuff on reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio. Alright, so enough with the shout outs there. Let's get cracking on some movie reviews so we can get this baby popping. Like I said, I got 4 movie reviews for you. And I'm going to start off here first with the Nice Guys. This was the film that just dropped a couple weeks ago on June 3rd, starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. This is directed by Shane Black, and it's a very interesting movie. It's set in the 70s, and basically Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe are kind of private eyes, and they're trying to figure out this kidnapping, and it was a very interesting movie. It's very over the top. It's got a lot of comedic elements to it, a lot of good action, and if you're a Shane Black fan and you really liked his movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, then I'm sure you'll enjoy The Nice Guys. I saw this one with Geeky Pat, and I saw it with both my brother-in-laws. I know for a fact that my brother-in-laws, both of them, really enjoyed this movie. They're big Shane Black fans, so they came out of it just raving about it. I thought the movie was okay. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as they did. I think Geeky Pat was more in line with what I thought about it. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good, and that's what 3 out of 5 is. It's good. I didn't think it was great. It got boring in certain parts for me, but overall, I thought the pacing was good. I thought Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe worked really, really well together, and they had a really good chemistry. And the story was pretty funny. So I would recommend it. Definitely check it out. If you're not going to get to the theater to see it, definitely rent it or stream it when you can. So Nice Guys, 3 out of 5 for me. Second movie we're going to get into is Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. This one here, of course, is the sequel to the original Neighbors film that came out a couple years ago, bringing back Seth Rogen with Rose Byrne, Zac Efron, and basically it's kind of the same story, but a little bit different. Remember, if you've seen the first movie, you know that Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne are newly married. They just bought a house and they just had a baby, and Zac Efron and his fraternity move in next door and start partying and start kind of causing all kinds of havoc, and hence the arguments ensue. This one here, kind of the same premise. The building next door is empty, and this film adds Chloe Grace Moretz to it, and she decides to start her own sorority. And they buy out the house next door, of course, to Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, who at this point are trying to sell their house, and they have a potential buyer, but the house is in escrow for 30 days, so nothing can happen to scare off the new buyers. So, of course, let's bring in Chloe Grace and her girls, opening up their sorority. So a lot of the same stuff kind of happens where you have all the crazy partying and making the noise, and it's freaking them out, and they're afraid they're not going to be able to sell their house. This movie is hilarious. First of all, I just want to preface by saying I thought the original Neighbors film was outstanding. I love the first Neighbors. I gave that movie a 5 out of 5. It is just hilarious from start to finish. And this one here is a very worthy sequel to the original film. I do not like it as much. It fell a little bit lower for me. In the end, I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars, but hey man, 4 out of 5 for a comedy. Take it and run. If you're a fan of the original Neighbors film, there's no doubt that you'll love this one. Lots of new jokes, lots of great stuff going on in it. Everybody is really, really good in this film, and I absolutely loved it. So 4 out of 5 for Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. Let's move on to our next film, which was the #1 film in the world as of last weekend, and that's X-Men Apocalypse. So X-Men is returning. Bryan Singer is back at the helm directing. This time we bring in the villain Apocalypse, played by Oscar Isaac. Poe Dameron in the new Star Wars, for all of you guys out there that didn't know. And, Apocalypse is the world's first mutant. He was around a long time ago. He's been kind of in a hibernation. He gets awoken. He goes out and he recruits his 4 horsemen, basically the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, as they say, and which end up being Storm, Psylocke, Angel or Archangel, and Magneto. And of course, we have the new group of the X-Men that kind of get put together here. We have the younger version of Cyclops and Jean Grey. Mystique is back, or I should say Jennifer Lawrence, because she doesn't want to be blue, so she's not Mystique very much. Beast, Nightcrawler, a bunch of other ones. Quicksilver's back in this one. And another great Quicksilver scene, by the way, that just not as cool as the one in Days of Future Past, but really right up there. I absolutely love this movie. This movie's getting kind of split, really 50-50 by critics. Half of them like it, half of them don't. I don't know how you can like this film, especially if you're an X-Men fan. I've been an X-Men fan. I enjoy every movie that's come out in the series. All of them. I mean, even the Wolverine movies. I just have a love for the X-Men. And I thought Apocalypse was outstanding. I really love this movie. I thought Oscar Isaac played Apocalypse great. I thought that James McAvoy killed it once again as Professor X. Of course, Michael Fassbender as Magneto is just outstanding. He steals the movie at many, many points. Yes, there is a cameo from a little guy named Wolverine, for those of you wondering. And I'm not spoiling that. It was in the last trailer, so don't hate on me. If you're like, man, I can't believe you just said Wolverine's in the movie. I'm not going to tell you what he does, although I will say it's pretty awesome. And, it's a really solid movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And in the end, once again, I rate movies based on my enjoyment level, and I came out of Apocalypse just absolutely loving it. So I gave X-Men Apocalypse a 5 out of 5. Once again, I don't want to get into any spoilers on you guys. There's a lot that we could have talked about. I'm trying to see if we can maybe do an Am I Still on the Air on this movie. I got to gauge what the audience demand is on something like that. But I absolutely love this film. So I recommend it, especially if you're any kind of X-Men fan and you're looking for something cool. This one takes place in the 80s, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So 5 out of 5 for me on X-Men Apocalypse. And my 4th review of the night is going to be the new release that came out this current weekend. And unfortunately didn't do very good at the box office, and of course we'll get to box office later on. But it is the mockumentary Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. This, of course, is the Lonely Island movie, produced by Judd Apatow, and stars Andy Samberg and Akiva Schaffer and Jorma Taccone from the Lonely Island. It is basically, in essence, a mockumentary done kind of in the vein of like Justin Bieber's Never Say Never kind of thing. This is Spinal Tap. It's a fake documentary about a pop star named Connor For Real, played by Andy Samberg, and it basically documents the journey of his career. He used to be in a boy band with the Lonely Island guys. Oh man, I forget what their name was, but it was like the Sugar Boys or something like that. And then they broke up, and Connor went solo, and he became Connor For Real. And he became super popular. His first album was a massive hit, and this documentary follows him releasing his second album, which nobody likes. So, I'll tell you, man, I love the trailers for this movie, so I was like, I'm there day one. And I'm glad I did, because this movie is fucking hilarious. It is so funny. I am bummed at how just piss poor it did at the box office this weekend. I think it was number 8 at the box office, which, like I said, we'll get into numbers later, but it was number 8. It only made $4.5 million. It was made for about a $20 million budget, so hopefully they'll make their money back, but there ain't no guarantee on that one. I just wish more people would have seen it. I don't think they opened it as wide as we kind of maybe thought that they would have. Because I know here I live in Arizona, and I know that it was only showing at like 2 or 3 theaters in town, which, we have multiple theaters in town, and I was pretty shocked that it wasn't playing everywhere. But I loved it. It was just so damn good. Like I said, 4 out of 5 stars for me. Tons of cameos. Great moments in there that just had me dying laughing, and the music is outstanding. If you're a fan of the Lonely Island, you know the songs that these guys can do, and that's exactly what they do in this movie. Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. Is excellent, man. I will buy this one on Blu-ray when it comes out for damn sure. So go check that one out. 4 out of 5. So there you go. 4 films in the books. We talked The Nice Guys, 3 out of 5 stars. Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, 4 out of 5. X-Men Apocalypse, 5 out of 5. And Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping with 4 out of 5. So some pretty good stuff all the way around. It was a good track of movies there. This upcoming weekend, looks like we'll be checking out Warcraft, so look for a review on that in the next show. Maybe even a review on, definitely we need to be checking out Now You See Me 2, and maybe The Conjuring 2 as well, so keep your eyes open on that. Let me take a drink here. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get in to the news of the last 3 weeks, shall we? This is the fun part where I catch you guys up to speed in everything that's happening in the world of TV and movies, casting news, renewal news, just all of the above going down to entertainment. Trailers, of course, we talk about all the trailers that drop, and once again, the trailers that I talk about, you can go watch on amiontheair.com, click on the trailers tab, and you can see all of these. It's very easy. I make it very accessible to you guys, so you don't have to go searching around YouTube or anything else. You can find it right there on amiontheair.com, the trailers tab. So the first new trailer dropped since the last episode was the new trailer for The Purge Election Year. So this is the 3rd movie in the Purge franchise. It comes out here in a couple weeks. It comes out in about a month, and I think it looks really, really good. Definitely check out that trailer. We have Everything Wrong With Goosebumps in 15 minutes or less. The brand new Green Band trailer for Sausage Party. That's the animated film that Seth Rogen and his buddies did. Comes out in August. This trailer was really good. It wasn't as nearly as good as the Red Band trailer, but I am really excited to see this movie. I think it's going to be awesome. Olga Kurylenko has joined Adam Driver in The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. Elizabeth Rodriguez is joining in The Wolverine 3, which is now filming. A bunch of the trailers debuted for all the new TV shows that are coming out next season, and the trailer for This Is Us, which I believe is going to be a new NBC show, was the most popular among all the new fall shows. CW has scheduled the Supergirl to air on Mondays. So now we got a really cool lineup on the CW for our superhero shows. We have Supergirl on Monday, The Flash on Tuesday, Arrow on Wednesday, and Legends of Tomorrow on Thursday. So we almost have a full week of DC superhero TV shows, which is pretty damn cool. Faux show. Let's see here. Also, the CW has announced that they will do a massive 4-way crossover on the new season next year, probably around December time, that will cross over Arrow, Flash, Legend of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. That's going to be amazing, so definitely check that out. Noomi Rapace is joining Will Smith in the new movie Bright. That is, of course, going to be coming out on Netflix. We'll be talking some of the new trailers. These are all posted up on our Twitter page, and these are trailers for the new TV shows that are coming out. One is Training Day, so I thought Training Day looked really good with Bill Paxton. I'll definitely be checking this one out. I'm excited for this one. Kevin Can Wait. This is Kevin James' new comedy sitcom. I think it looks really funny. It looks like King Queens Part 2, and which I'm totally fine with because I love King Queens and I love Kevin James. So welcome back to the multi-camera comedy sitcom block, Mr. James. We have the Season 3 trailer for Peaky Blinders. We have the first trailer for Man with a Plan, which is starring Matt LeBlanc. This looks okay. I'm a sucker for these 30-minute little comedy shows, so I'll be checking these all out and letting you know how they really pan out. Margot Robbie may join Domhnall Gleeson in Goodbye Christopher Robin. Captain America Civil War is now the top grossing movie of 2016. It has crossed the $1 billion mark. And, congratulations, man. Civil War is just killing it out there. Congratulations to WWE superstar John Cena, who's going to be hosting the 2016 ESPY Awards. So that's going to be pretty cool for him. Vin Diesel says that he wants Trailing Johnson on Twitter, who of course is Justin Lin, to direct the final Fast and Furious movie. This makes total sense. Justin Lin directed Fast and Furious 3 Tokyo Drift. He did number 4, number 5, and number 6 before walking away on number 7. He's directed more than anybody has in the series. He really shepherd the turnaround in the franchise from like 4, 5, and 6, really taking the new approach. So it makes sense that Vin Diesel would want him to come back, and I think he probably will. You know, he didn't do Furious 7 because he wanted to take a little bit of a break. He also went on and directed the latest Star Trek movie. So you know what? I can see him coming back to do Fast and Furious 10. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out, but that's what Vin Diesel wants. Let's see here. The Rock posted a really cool picture of the Baywatch cast all standing together, saying, "See you all next summer." The film is literally 1 year away now from its new release, and I'm looking forward to that, man. I can't wait for this R-rated, crazy Baywatch movie coming from The Rock and Zac Efron and Alexander Daddario, and it's going to be pretty cool. Jennifer Lawrence talks potential return to the X-Men movies franchise. She's funny, man, because from all my understanding is that she does not want to do this franchise anymore. And a lot of people said that they felt that from her in her acting in X-Men Apocalypse. I didn't really notice anything in her acting that made me feel like she didn't want to be a part of this. When you see her in interviews and talking about X-Men, she seems pretty fired up about it. She seems to enjoy it. But she's been saying in interviews lately that they're going to pull like a, you get us all or you get nothing kind of deal with Fox to come back and do more X-Men movies. She says that, her and Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy and Nicholas Hoult are all out of contract, and that they have this agreement between each other that if, one signs, they'll all sign, but if no one signs, then no one comes back. So I don't know how much to believe of that, because from my understanding, too, from behind the scenes, I think James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender have already re-signed their contracts. So I don't know what she's talking about. And I don't see them holding back just because she might not want to come back. You know what I mean? So it'll be curious to see what ends up happening with her. Like I said, in Apocalypse, she was Jennifer Lawrence for 90% of the film, which is just really weird because what happened to Mutant and Proud, right? So, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. If you saw the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie this weekend, you might have heard a voice playing Krang. It was originally supposed to be Teddy Shalhoub, but it ended up being switched out, and Tony Shalhoub, Brad Garrett joined and became the voice of Krang. They filled that in in the last minute, and so there you go. That's who voiced Krang, if you were wondering. Sarah Ramirez exits Grey's Anatomy after 10 years on the show, so she says goodbye. Let's see here. DC's Legends of Tomorrow will introduce the Justice Society of America in Season 2, which is pretty cool there. Rumor still has it that the Vulture will be the villain in the next Spider-Man movie. No guarantee there. Once again, it's just a rumor. Also in the rumor mill that the next X-Men movie might tackle the Dark Phoenix saga. We revealed the first look at Charlize Theron as the villain in Furious 8, so that was pretty cool to see that. Speaking of the Vulture in Spider-Man, Michael Keaton is once again back in talks for Spider-Man Homecoming, and I believe at this point, I think it might be finalized. Don't hold me to that, but I believe that it has been pretty much finalized at this point that he will be in the movie. He's going to play the film's villain. We just don't know 100% what villain he's playing. The rumor leads towards Vulture, but hey, I can see him being the new Norman Osborn, don't you think? So it'll be really cool to see Michael Keaton in the MCU. I would love to see him especially up against Tony Stark in some scene. That would be pretty tight. We got a massive casting announcement over a couple weeks ago on Thor Ragnarok. The new Thor movie is getting ready to film here pretty soon, and they announced the full cast for Thor Ragnarok. They confirmed that Cate Blanchett is going to be in the movie, and she's going to be playing the mysterious and powerful villain, Hela. Yes, Hela. So that is pretty damn awesome. Along with Jeff Goldblum joining the cast, as he's going to be the eccentric Grandmaster. From my understanding, the Grandmaster is going to be kind of like Benicio del Toro's Collector in Guardians of the Galaxy. Tessa Thompson has been confirmed. She was, of course, in Creed and Selma. She's going to be playing Valkyrie. And Carl Urban, who is going to be playing Scourge. And they did, of course, confirm, finally, that Mark Ruffalo will be in the movie, reprising his role as Bruce Banner / the Hulk. Whew. So, Kevin Feige said the continuation of the epic Thor franchise will be powerful and unique, and with the additions of Kate, Jeff, Tessa, and Carl, and Mark to the cast, we have makings of this most dangerous and heroic adventure yet. The sheer raw talent each of these actors bring to the screen can't be quantified. Having any one of them join the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be an honor, and having all of them is incredible. Whew, you damn right, Mr. Kevin Feige. That is an awesome cast for Thor Ragnarok. I cannot wait for this movie. It is going to be pretty damn awesome. The TV show Bones, their final season of the show, has been pushed back to 2017. So no more Bones this year. Fargo Season 3 has announced that Ewan McGregor has been joining the cast, and he's going to be playing two brothers. So he's going to be putting in double duty over there. Alright, and in WTF news, I always love telling you guys about these weird-ass movies that get greenlit somehow. Somebody's sitting back and they're just look at a random property or video game or something and say, you know what, we should make a movie of that. Well, that has happened again as they've announced that they're going to be making a big screen version of Fruit Ninja. Yes, Fruit Ninja, the video game, where fruit falls on your screen and you slice it with your finger. That is becoming a movie somehow. Don't ask me how or why, but it is. So, yeah. I just don't know. Charlize Theron's character in Fast 8 is going to be named Cypher, which I think is awesome because it's a total cool name. I hope she's a hacker because I can see her. Cypher. Let's see here. We have the official trailer for Don't Think Twice, the new comedy movie starring Keegan-Michael Key and Gillian Jacobs. We have the brand new Star Trek Beyond trailer, which is fantastic. I was already looking forward to this movie, but damn, this shit looks awesome. I can't wait to see Star Trek Beyond. We have the new trailer for 9 Lives. Yes, 9 Lives, the one where Kevin Spacey becomes a cat. Need I say more? We have the first official Red Band trailer for Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, which looks pretty awesome. In a little piece of crossover news, over on the Netflix side of things in the Marvel MCU, Carrie-Anne Moss, who plays a lawyer on Jessica Jones, she popped up for a little random scene in the last season of Daredevil. She's been confirmed that she's going to be returning once again, and this time she'll be in Iron Fist. So that is pretty cool to bring that on over. The A&E channel has decided to cancel Damien after just 1 season. Jeff Bridges, Taylor Kitsch have joined Miles Teller and Josh Brolin in the new Firefighter movie. NBC has decided to renew The Carmichael Show for season 3. We have the first official announcement trailer for Beauty and the Beast. This is the live action version, starring Emily from Harry Potter. I'm totally spacing. Emma Watson, not Emily, just came to me. Sorry. Like I said, it's hard sometimes when you're doing the show live and you're recording and you got 1,000 different things rolling through your mind to come up with an actor's name here and there. So yes, Emma Watson. Let's see here. It has been confirmed over in the Batman v Superman side. People have been wondering, who is that dead Robin? Who is that suit, that Robin suit in the Batcave belong to? And it was confirmed that it did belong to Jason Todd. So if there was ever any question, now you know that is Jason Todd's Robin suit in the Batcave. X-Men Apocalypse, when it launched a week early overseas and it debuted with 103 million internationally, which is just massive. This movie is continuing to kill it worldwide. And it's not faring as well domestically, but it's still doing really well. And but big, just crazy how big it's doing worldwide. So congratulations there. We have the full winners list for the Billboard Music Awards you can check out. I'm not going to waste the time to read through all of that, but definitely check it out if you're interested. 20th Century Fox has released an epic 5-minute extended trailer for Independence Day Resurgence. It's pretty awesome, so check that out if you're interested. But it doesn't really give away too much. 5 minutes sounds like a lot, but it really only took the 2 trailers that are out and kind of combined them with a little bit more footage. But it's basically just the first 2 trailers kind of compacted together. So yeah. Uncharted 4 sells 2.7 million units in its first week. Comedy Central has renewed another period for 3rd season. Check out the new Adam Sandler movie on Netflix, The Do-Over. It's with him and David Spade. It's actually pretty damn funny. It's a good movie. Big step up from that horrible Ridiculous 6 that he did. That movie sucks so bad. But The Do-Over is actually really, really good, and I enjoyed it, so especially for a Netflix film. So I definitely recommend you guys go check that one out. We have the full list, of course, as well, of all the movie and TV titles coming to Netflix in 2016. They're going to be moving forward with a Garfield animated movie for all you fans out there. In an exclusive deal, and this is really cool for all you Netflix fans, Netflix has signed a new deal, and they become the official home for Disney, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Pixar films. This is excellent. So basically this means that you will not see these movies streamed anywhere else. Everything under the Disney umbrella, which includes Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Pixar, will stream officially on Netflix. Pretty amazing. Whitney Cummings is set to write and direct and star in the adaptation of The Female Brain. John Carpenter has signed on to executive produce a new Halloween movie. We've been hearing a lot about Halloween, reboot, sequel, origin, semi-sequel to part 2, all kinds of stuff. We don't know what's really technically happening at this point, but we know that the original mastermind, Mr. John Carpenter himself, is coming on board to help get this thing on the right track, as he will be the executive producer. And the movie will be released through Blumhouse, which makes perfect sense because Blumhouse is your destination for horror movies. So very, very cool. Mike Myers and Simon Pegg have joined Margot Robbie in Terminal. Rebel Wilson is set to star in a romantic comedy for New Line Cinemas. We have the brand new trailer for Finding Dory. Robert Kirkman says that Outcast on the Cinemax channel is scarier than The Walking Dead. I'm looking forward to getting into Outcast. This is something I was actually going to cancel my Cinemax subscription after Banshee ended, but now Outcast is on, and I'm hearing nothing but great things about this show, so I want to check out Outcast. I'll be checking it out this week, and hopefully I'll have my recommendation for you guys on the next episode. Let's see here. The Rock says that the Big Trouble in Little China remake is still happening. A lot of people were wondering since he keeps signing on to all these other projects, and we haven't heard much about it. But so he got asked straight up, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's definitely still happening. We're just working on it right now, getting it right." A Get Shorty TV series is coming to the Epix network. Get Shorty with John Travolta and Danny DeVito back in the day. They're going to be making a TV show about it. Let's see here. David Faustino is teasing a possible Married with Children spinoff that will include the original cast. This has been something that's been rumored for years, man. David, if the shit's happening, hurry up and make it happen, because I'm tired of hearing you talk about it, buddy. The Flash may possibly be doing a Flashpoint in Season 3. I won't get into more details on that, but if you've seen the finale of Flash Season 2, you know what I'm talking about. We did post an article about some possible Wolverine 3 villains that are going on. I won't read them to you because it could be spoiler. So if you're interested, check out our Twitter page. We have the new trailer for Morgan, starring Kate Mara and Paul Giamatti, which looks really interesting. I can't wait to see what they end up doing with that. We got the first teaser trailer for BoJack Horseman Season 3 over on Netflix. FX's The Americans has been renewed for 2 more seasons, and it will end in 2018. So it'll officially end the series in 2018. BoJack Horseman will return to Netflix with 12-episode new season on July 22nd. Sorry, bear with me, just looking through. We may have seen the last of HBO's True Detective. HBO is saying that they have no current plans to bring the show back at this point. Ooh. Ghost in the Shell has added Wolverine actress Rila Fukushima, so that's a pretty cool little addition there to Ghost in the Shell. I am sad to announce, I really, really am, because when I did the last show and I talked about all those cancellations and renewals, there was one show that I told you was being shopped around to some other networks, and they were trying to save it and see what they were going to do, and that was Limitless, the TV show based on the Bradley Cooper movie that came out several years ago. I love the movie, by the way, and I really loved the TV show. It was a great addition to the movie. Bradley Cooper even popped up on the show on several episodes, reprising his role from his movie. I loved it. It was a really fun show. So I was excited when it didn't get canceled out the bat, and they said they were trying to work on something. I was hoping they'd figure it out. Unfortunately, they did not. And Limitless is officially canceled. It will not continue on any platform, and the show is done at this point. So that really bums me out. That was one of my favorite new shows. Limitless and Blind Spot were my two new favorite shows of all the major networks over this past year, and I'm definitely very, very bummed about Limitless, so that sucks. But, Limitless gets canceled, but we get Dating Naked returning for season 3 on June 29th. Like, come on, man. Why the fuck does a Dating Naked get another season, but Limitless doesn't? I just don't get it. Limitless was a very highly rated show. It was one of the most highest, I think it was the second highest rated new show behind Blind Spot. So, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Amber Heard has filed for divorce from Johnny Depp. And if you've been following this story, you know there's some other allegations going on. I'm not going to spend too much time diving into it. I just want to let you know the main subject, of course, which is her filing for a divorce. We have the new trailer for Deepwater Horizon, starring Mark Wahlberg. Looks really, really cool. Homeland Season 6 is set to take on the presidential election. Chris Evans says that he wants a Captain America cameo in Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm sure we would all love that. PlayStation 4 sales passed the 40 million units worldwide mark. Congratulations to them. Peaky Blinders has been picked up for 2 more seasons. New Luke Cage set pictures feature Eric LeRae Harvey as villain Diamondback. So if you're familiar with the Iron Fist, there you go. The producers and studio behind the upcoming reboot of the Power Rangers movie, comes out next year. They said they love what they're seeing so much, they're saying, man, this franchise can go up to like 7 films. So yeah, they're already saying that we're going to get up to 7 Power Rangers films. Let's wait and not count our chickens before they hatch right now, and see how well the first one does. Okay, let's just take a step back. Matt Bomer and Lauren Ambrose star in some new pilots coming from the Amazon network, so you can definitely get ready to check those out. Don't put dirt on Nashville's grave just yet. It might get a second life somewhere else. It is looking like, even though Limitless didn't get saved, it looks like Nashville probably will get saved. The show did get canceled. It had its series finale, technically, which did end on a cliffhanger, and people were all pissed. But Lionsgate actually backs Nashville, and Lionsgate tweeted out, "Don't worry, we're going to have an answer for you on Nashville. We didn't mean to leave you hanging." Which leads me to believe they're pretty confident that the show is going to get picked up somewhere else. We've been hearing rumbles that there's actually multiple networks that want to pick up Nashville on their streaming service or network, and they're in a bidding war kind of right now. So that's been going on for a couple weeks now, and we'll keep you posted. Nobody has locked the show in yet, but it looks like, I think you are, if you're a fan of Nashville, I think you're going to get a save on this show. Chris O'Dowd has joined Bad Robot's God Particle. Colin Firth is going to lead the new true submarine disaster tale called Kursk. Westworld will finally premiere later this year, confirming. We didn't know when the hell Westworld was going to come, but I'm looking forward to it. It will be on HBO. Jake Gyllenhaal is going to reteam with Denis Villeneuve for The Sun. It's a new movie they're going to be doing together. A new Mega Man cartoon is in development for a 2017 release date. We have the new trailer for Cameron Crowe's new Showtime show called Roadies. Steven Soderbergh's NASCAR heist movie has just added Daniel Craig and Katherine Heigl to the roster. Project Runway has been renewed for 3 more seasons. Ziyi Zhang has also boarded Bad Robot's God Particle. Disney has plans to bring Tango Charlie's Delilah Dirk to the big screen. Legendary Pictures is teaming with The Rock to do a new skyscraper movie set in China. I made a joke on Twitter about a week ago saying that The Rock is signing on to so many projects that I'm going to have to start a separate podcast, which I was tentatively calling Rock Rolls, that's just going to focus on projects that The Rock is doing. That's how much this is getting out of control. Every time I do an episode, I am announcing 2 or 3 projects that The Rock is doing. I just don't know how he gets it all done. I don't. I follow the dude on social media, and he is just like, in the morning he's filming Fast 8, and in the afternoon he's doing voiceover work for, that cartoon Mona that he's doing for Disney. And then in the evening he's doing like Make-A-Wish, and then he's at the gym. And this is all like in one day. I'm like, Jesus, man, what the hell's going on? And then he's like, oh, I'm over here filming Baywatch, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this. Okay, so now he signs on to do this new Skyscraper movie. He's already announced that he's doing the Jumanji reboot. He's doing a San Andreas sequel. He's doing Big Trouble in Little China. He's doing SEAL Team 666. He's doing Rampage, based on the video game. He's doing Fast 8. He's doing Baywatch. He's doing the Robert Ludlum series. He just signed on to do Doc Savage. I mean, holy mother of God, how does this dude have time to sleep? And he does the show Ballers on HBO. He's got a damn TV show as well. And he's a producer. And he comes back to wrestling every once in a while. Oh my God, I'm tired just talking about his projects. I don't know how the hell he does it, man. Much love. The Rock is my favorite. I love you, dude, and I'm glad you're keeping busy. You are the hardest working man in showbiz. Ain't nobody got a thing on you, my friend. This Skyscraper movie that's getting done in China, they're comparing it to like Die Hard, man. And that's what it sounds like. It's going to be in the skyscraper. It's going to be crazy action taking place in China. I can see it being just like the original Die Hard. Very, very cool. So congratulations there. Whew. So let's see here. Rock rolls coming soon to Red Dragons Radio. Rosa Salazar has been cast as Alita Battle Angel, so they're finally moving forward with this movie. Directed by Robert Rodriguez and executive produced by James Cameron. Really, really cool. Let's see here. Once again, in the rumor mill, Daniel Craig is pretty much out as James Bond, and one of the biggest rumors going around right now is that Tom Hiddleston is in talks to replace Daniel Craig. I'll dig it, man. You know what's some Loki as the new 007? Let's go. Also in the rumor mill, we know that, so coming up, sorry. Coming up in 2017 is going to be the new Spider-Man movie. And that is, of course, the Tom Holland one in the MCU. So one of the other things that we found out is that Chris Lord and Phil Miller, who did like the 21 and 22 Jump Street movies, they supposedly wrote a script for an animated Spider-Man film. And Sony will be releasing this animated film in 2018, which I found to be very odd, because I'm like, you have a live action Spider-Man, why are we doing an animated one? But one of the big rumors going around right now is that the animated film will focus on the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man, which, if that's the case, I can dig that. It would make sense, because why would you do an animated version of Peter Parker when you already have a live action one that just came out a year before? But if you focus an animated version on the Miles Morales Spider-Man, which we've never seen done before, that could be pretty damn cool. So that is a rumor, though. That is not confirmed, but it makes a lot of sense, and I bet you it will end up getting confirmed here pretty cool. The video game No Man's Sky is a pretty cool new game that was supposed to come out here in a couple weeks. The game has been officially pushed back, and it will not be released now till August 9th, I believe. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. I was actually looking really forward to this game. I've already pre-ordered it, and I was excited, man. And then all of a sudden, Sony dropped it on us that the game is being pushed back. So it sucks. It always sucks when the game's pushed back when you're looking really forward to it. For some more info on the delay of No Man's Sky, definitely check out a couple episodes that Geeky Pat has done over on his This Week with the Geek. He's got a whole episode about this video game. Then he's got an episode about the delay, and then he also has an episode up about the death threats that the maker of the game is getting because of the delay. So he's got a little trilogy of episodes around this video game going on over there on This Week with the Geek, so you can check that out for some more info. The next Maze Runner movie, The Death Cure, has been set for release on January 12, 2018. That has been massively pushed back. It was supposed to come out in 2017. And, of course, we know that the main guy, Dylan O'Brien, he got hurt on set. He's been in the hospital, so they had to delay filming, and it just got delayed longer than they thought. So the movie will not be released now until January of 2018. We have a first look picture of The Rock as Hobbs in Fast 8, which is a very unique picture. He looks like he's straight out of Sons of Anarchy, so I don't know what's going on with Hobbs. He said on his Instagram, like, he's reinventing the character and all this stuff, so I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's undercover or what, but it's kind of weird. I mean, he looks badass, but I'm like, that's not Hobbs. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what they're doing here. Maybe Fast 8 will take a cue from the Flash and go into like an Earth 2, and we get all the doppelgangers of all of our favorite characters. Let's see here. Jeff Bridges has joined the cast of The Kingsman: Golden Circle, so they're really stacking that Kingsman sequel. So very cool there. The next James Bond movie has been confirmed that it will not be directed by Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes did Skyfall and Spectre, so I'm glad he's not coming back, because I thought Spectre was a big letdown. So very cool that he's moving on, and hopefully we'll get some fresh blood up in there. Let's see here. It looks like we may get a sequel to the little short Kung Fury. Kung Fury was pretty cool, and it is on Netflix, and it's a little mini short film, and we might begin a sequel to it, so very cool there. Captain America, the Civil War, has passed Deadpool to become 2016's biggest hit at the domestic box office, so congratulations there. Jesse Eisenberg says that he should be coming back for Justice League film, so that is cool. I would like to see some more Lex Luthor there. I kind of already dropped this news a second ago when I was talking about all of the roles that The Rock is doing, but it was confirmed that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been signed to play the title role in Shane Black's Doc Savage film. Doc Savage, which they're saying is the original superhero from back in the day. They've been trying to make this movie for years now. About a year ago, we heard the rumor that they were thinking about bringing on Chris Hemsworth as Doc Savage. And then about a month or two ago, they interviewed Shane Black, and they said, if it was up to you and you had a choice, who would you want to play Doc Savage? And he said, I would love for The Rock to play it, but the dude is so busy, I don't know if he can. And he kind of just dropped it like that, and it kind of went away. And then all of a sudden, he's confirmed as it, and they had a meeting, and they obviously made the schedule work. And Rock, of course, who doesn't like to say no to any project, was like, sure, I'll take it on. And he's Doc Savage now, so congratulations over there. In some music news, Drake holds steady for the fourth week in a row as number one on the Billboard charts. Let's see here. Alright, speaking of Shane Black, his next project is going to be directing the new Predator movie, which is supposed to be a sequel to the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. It will hit theaters on February 9th, 2018. Also scheduled for February 9th, 2018 will be Universal's 50 Shades Free, which is the final installment of the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. Kenneth Branagh's directed film Murder on the Orient Express will debut on November 22nd of 2017. We have the honest trailers for Wreck-It Ralph and for X-Men the Animated Series. We have Everything Wrong with Star Trek the Motion Picture and Everything Wrong with Star Trek 2 The Wrath of Khan. We have the official trailer for Sing, which is an animated film with some voices by Scarlett Johansson and Matthew McConaughey. The new trailer for The Infiltrator, starring Bryan Cranston and John Leguizamo. The trailer for The Space Between Us, starring Aja Butterfield. We have the honest trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of Their Shells. Dan Aykroyd says that he's seen the new female version of Paul Feig's Ghostbusters, and he says it has more laughs and more scares. So he's got his little sign of approval there on it. The TV show Transparent has been renewed for a 4th season over on Amazon. Lawrence Kasdan talks to Han Solo movie. Han Solo. He says they'll start filming in the beginning of next year, and the film, of course, will come out in 2018. Let's see here. There's a rumor going around that Thor may actually have a little cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That our Guardians may come across the ruler of Asgard there. So that would be pretty cool. I hope that rumor comes to be true. Michael Bay has confirmed that Megatron is coming back for the new Transformers movie, Transformers 5, The Last Night. So that is pretty cool, man. It'd be nice to have Megatron back. I know he's already been used in Transformers 1, 2, and 3. Kind of used in Part 4 as he became Galvatron. But I want to see Megatron back, man. Good old Megatron. Melissa McCarthy will star as literary forger Lee Israel in an upcoming film. Disney Studios' Mary Poppins Returns has been confirmed with Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel. It will be coming in 2018. We found out that FX has picked up the show Legion, which is an X-Men spinoff. It's not related to the X-Men movies, but it is in the X-Men world, and that series has been picked up over on FX. Pitch Perfect 3 has been moved from July to December of 2017, so big pushback there on that movie. Looks like the upcoming reboot of Friday the 13th will be a Jason Voorhees origin story, so that'll be cool there. It looks like to direct the next James Bond movie, they're looking at some female directors to take that one on. We have the first trailer for Marauders, which is Bruce Willis's new movie. We have the trailer for Satanic, which is a new horror film starring Sarah Hyland. We have the first trailer for Incarnate, starring Aaron Eckhart. AC/DC has announced some U.S. tour dates with Axl Rose as lead singing still. Rob Kardashian and his fiancée Blac Chyna have snagged their own E! show. So yes, because E! loves keeping up with those Kardashians. Showtime Network has picked up a limited series called Purity, which will star Daniel Craig. Logan's Run remake is moving forward. The Starz Channel has officially announced Season 3 and 4 of Outlander. Homeland is close to getting renewed for another season, but their next upcoming season has actually been pushed to January of 2017, so no Homeland this summer like it usually comes out. Crackle has unleashed the Dead Rising Endgame trailer. Check that out, along with Sharknado 4, The Fourth Awakens official trailer has been released. Jamie Foxx's White Famous gets a pilot order over at Showtime. We have some fall premiere dates for a bunch of the Showtime shows, which I love me some Showtime shows. Let's see what we got here. Masters of Sex will return on Sunday, September 11th. Shameless will be returning on Sunday, October 2nd. The Affair, which I love The Affair, debuts on November 20th. And Homeland will premiere in January of 2017. So those are your Showtime release dates. YA novel Spontaneous is getting a film adaptation. Silicon Valley star T.J. Miller has been added to the cast of Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One. That's a really cool gig there for T.J. Miller. Love that guy. So very, very cool. Melissa Benoist, Michael Anagarno, and Jen Morenson are joining the upcoming film Sundogs. In some hopeful news in the MCU, rumor has it that Brie Larson may be Captain Marvel in the upcoming Captain Marvel film, and possibly other films like Avengers Infinity Wars coming here soon. This is no shocker here. I suggested myself months ago that Brie Larson would be Captain Marvel. Marvel is at a point right now where they are bringing on massive talent. They're looking at who is in the forefront of the industry right now. Brie Larson is at the top of her game. She just won an Oscar for Room, and it makes the most sense here to bring her on as Captain Marvel. Supposedly, she really wants to do it. Her people are behind it, and they're just in negotiations right now. So she's in early talks. Hopefully it goes through, and Brie Larson will be our Captain Marvel. I think the first Avengers film, the first Infinity War, will hit first, and from the rumor has it, they want to put Captain Marvel in that film, and then you'll see her character spin off into the solo film after, and then possibly return for the second Avengers film. So she could have a lot going on for her, but I would love to see Brie Larson get that chance in Captain Marvel. Hugh Jackman and Naomi Watts have joined Margot Robbie in a new animated film called Larrikins. Jake Gyllenhaal is set to star in a film adaptation of the video game The Division, so that's pretty cool there. Stefano Solima is going to helm the Sicario sequel called Soldado, and Emily Blunt actually dropped out of the sequel, so she will not be coming back. Let's see here. We have the first trailer for Collide, starring Nicholas Hoult and Felicity Jones. Julie Andrews is set to star in a Netflix and Jim Henson series called Julie's Green Room, which will be her with puppets, so that's pretty cool. We have the action-packed trailer for the Batman v Superman R-rated Ultimate Edition Blu-ray, which comes out on digital at the end of June and on Blu-ray in early July. And this is for the 3-hour and 2-minute cut of Batman v Superman. This trailer looks really cool. Looks like a lot of new footage. I'm excited to see this thing, and I can't wait. The Lifetime channel has renewed Unreal for Season 3. Director Rick Famuyiwa. Sorry if I mispronounced that. That is a hard name, man. He's the director of the film Dope that came out last summer. He's been tapped by DC and WB to come on and take over the gig for The Flash. He'll be directing the Flash movie now. So congratulations there. Supergirl Season 1 is set to hit Blu-ray and DVD on August 9th. Bill Skarsgård has been announced to play Pennywise in the upcoming Stephen King It movie. Very cool there, man. Can't wait to see the reboot of it. Melissa McCarthy produced comedy Nobodies gets a series order from TV Land. HBO has ordered the Bill Hader Hitman comedy coming soon here to HBO. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that. I can already tell that's going to be hilarious. Let's see here. We have the first trailer for Monster Trucks, starring Lucas Till and Jane Levy. Let's see. I've already talked about a lot of this. Daniel Day-Lewis and P.T. Anderson reteam for a fashion drama. Monica Bellucci is set to guest star on Amazon's Mozart in the Jungle on Season 3. We have a new trailer for Ballers Season 2, which comes out in July. Big casting news here for Transformers The Last Night. They've just signed on Sir Anthony Hopkins. Yes, Odin himself will be joining Transformers 5, so very, very cool there. Gillian Anderson has joined the cast of American Gods. Cate Blanchett is in talks to join the all-female Ocean's 11. That's pretty cool. A contemporary Count of Monte Cristo movie is in the works over at WB. Elizabeth Banks has dropped out of directing Pitch Perfect 3. Yes, she was all set. She directed the second one. She was all set to do the third. this would make sense why the release date got pushed back from July to December, because now they got to find a new director. So it took them a couple days to announce this, but they did, and it looks like it's just some personal stuff came up for Elizabeth Banks, and she needs to focus on that. So, good thing for her, picking what's most important to her. Sam Raimi's in talks to produce and possibly direct a tornado heist movie called Stormfall. James Franco is set to star in Stephen King's Drunken Fireworks. Former WWE champion Randy Orton is set to guest star on USA Network's Shooter TV show that's coming out next season. Some theaters are going to be doing a double feature for Independence Day, so look for that in your local theater. They might be doing. Caitlyn Jenner is set to play herself on Transparent Season 3. Allison Hannigan and Megan Hilty are set to star in the First Wives Club TV reboot that they're going to be doing. There was a bunch of rumors that came out a couple days ago about a bunch of domains that were bought by WB that everybody was running with for the Justice League movie. It was like Justice League Gods Among Us, Justice League Gods Hanging Out, Justice League, The Night Falls, like a bunch of just Justice League subtitles. And Jeff Johns, who of course helps run the DC universe right now in comics and in the films, he tweeted out, clearing up any misconceptions, the Justice League movie is just called The Justice League. So there ain't going to be any subtitles, so I don't know what all the domains are that they're buying up, but yeah, it's not going to have a subtitle, it's just going to be The Justice League. Chris Evans responds to the rumor that Brie Larson will be Captain Marvel. He says, I really hope that happens. So that's cool there. We got a cool picture that Michael Bay tweeted out of the new Camaro that Bumblebee is going to be in Transformers The Last Night. It looks awesome. I've always loved this. I hate yellow, but man, that yellow Camaro, the yellow and black Bumblebee version is just so incredible. And it's cool to see him get upgraded from movie to movie. But we got the first picture of that, so you can check that out right now. Congratulations to the animated film Zootopia. It just crawled past the $1 billion mark, so it joins Captain America Civil War as only the second film of the year to cross $1 billion. The film's been out since early March, and it just continues to make money. It's crazy, man. Zootopia, and it's only the fourth animated film in history to cross that $1 billion mark. Let's see here. I think we're getting close here to the end, and I'm correct on that because that actually wraps up the news. So that is our 3 weeks worth of news going down in the world of entertainment. Let's talk some releases for this week. On DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday. Speaking of Zootopia that just crossed that $1 billion mark, Zootopia is hitting Blu-ray on Tuesday. 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, which is an incredible film, by the way. I highly recommend it. I will be picking that one up. And Hail Caesar. So those are all hitting Blu-ray and DVD this Tuesday. Hitting theaters on Friday, you have Warcraft, Now You See Me 2, and The Conjuring 2. And here's your weekend box office as of today. Coming in number 10 is The Nice Guys with $3.5 million. Number 9 is The Jungle Book with $4.2 million. Number 8 is Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping with $4.6 million. Number 7 is Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising with $4.7 million. Number 6 is Captain America Civil War with $7.6 million. Number 5 is The Angry Birds movie with $9.8 million. Number 4 is Alice Through the Looking Glass with $10.7 million. Number 3 is Me Before You with $18.3 million. Number 2 is X-Men Apocalypse with $22.3 million. And your new number 1 film is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows with $35.3 million. Now I do have to say that even though Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is your number 1 film, it is a massive downfall from what the film did originally. And I'm talking about the last film. I thought this movie would open massively big, but it only did $35.3 million. The original film debuted at $65 million, so it took almost like 50% dip from the first film to the second film. So that is pretty crazy. And the next one, Apocalypse, dropped 66% from week 1 to week 2. So, box office is struggling just a tad on this go around for this summer, man. So it is what it is. It happens and it doesn't happen. I think this new Teenage Ninja Turtles looks better than the first one, so I don't know why it's such a big dip if everybody that loved the first one came back for this one. But, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for me on this June the 5th. Am I on the air? This Sunday night. I am going to try my damnedest to get back to doing this show on a weekly basis. Doing it bi-weekly, doing it every 3 weeks, stuff like that. It's too inconsistent, and then it puts too much news on my plate to try to get through. If we kept it to a weekly basis, we can get through it on a nice, smoother pace, and I think that'd be easier for all of us. But I thank everybody again for their patience and just kind of sitting by, waiting to see the update of when a new episode drops. So thank you once again. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Am I On The Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Of course, our website is amiontheair.com, and that's where you can watch all the trailers, look at movie reviews, listen to the shows. Am I Still On The Airs are all right there. Make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes if Apple is your thing. If not, then, get it through Stitcher, get it through TuneIn. You can get it through Google Play, Google Music Play. We're all over the interwebs. Just search Am I On The Air, and I'm sure you'll find us. We're on Spreaker as well. Of course, we're on Instagram. We're on Periscope. So follow along and come along for the Am I On The Air ride. And of course, once again, shout out to my boys over on Red Dragons Radio. It's reddragonsradio.com, where we stream 24/7 over on the Red Dragons Radio network. So that'll do it for me. And I thank you. I hope you all have a great week. And until next time, my friends, peace!
Bye,
Red Dragons!
Daddy.
Red Dragons!